Welcome to this presentation of Whizible. Whizible is a lever that improves talent utilization, delivery performance, effort to cash cycle, and profitability of professional services companies. Professional services companies have a unique business model. Basically, they convert talent into value. The knowledge and skills of their people are converted into revenue or profit. People and their time is utilized for customer engagements. The projects and tasks are matched to the deliverables, outcomes, and IP. The availability of hours is utilized for mapping to the pipeline of work, and the costs that are incurred in the process generate cash or revenue or value. So essentially, the business model of professional services organization consists of converting what you see on the left to what you see on the right. And Whizible is in the center of managing this conversion. It has the appropriate modules and functionalities to enable this. The trends in the professional services industry are shaping the way the business is done. The services are getting projectized increasingly. The billing models are turning into fixed price or outcome-based. The talent being globally dispersed and is often working from their homes. Complexity in this environment requires better coordination. These and other challenges create situations where seemingly successful engagements are actually bleeding financially. The underutilization of the key resources, which is the people, impacts the top line as well as the bottom line. However, the IT landscape in professional services companies is often disconnected and disjointed. We conducted a survey on LinkedIn and polled these companies and found that on average, companies use 7 disconnected tools. The implication for this, for the companies, is that the cost is 7 times. The learning lead, the time for it is 7 times, and many, many points of failure, whereas the integration practically does not exist. These companies are unique in the way that they use people as not just human resources, but also as production resources. And for human resource management, there are tools that are in use. They could be one of these or others. However, for them to be used as production resources, Whizible allows you to create the skill inventory from the HR database, maps resources, roles, costs to create the functionality of talent supply chain, or what is popularly known as RMG. The organizations do use CRM tools to identify the prospective engagements. However, because you need way to connect the incoming work to the talent in terms of skills and availability, identify the commercial engagement, customer attributes, is something that Whizible manages in its own functionality. We call this as demand management. When the projects execute, the information regarding the engagement model, the life cycle in which the project will execute, the milestones, quality are all sitting in different tools and are largely unconnected. Whizible creates a project governance framework which allows it to be embedded right within the tool set. And finally, regardless of whichever financial tool you use for creating financial documents, Whizible will allow recognition of revenue at appropriate triggers. It allows profitability calculations real time and creates a functionality called revenue operations. So in other words, Whizible glues together the HRMS, CRM, program project execution, and financials to make sure that the entire effort to cash cycle is connected. However, in an organization, the financial and execution cycle needs to be in tandem. Here is where Whizible looks at project execution and a number of tools that exist in an organization for time tracking, work tracking are connected and converted into a single tool to manage multiple projects and life cycles within Whizible. Likewise, incident management, where tools such as ServiceNow or Service Desk are used, can be replaced in Whizible by using its own functionality for incident management, defect management, and issue tracking. Likewise, customer support, which often relies upon the same people who are executing other work, can be replaced within Whizible with its functionality of help desk to streamline customer support and SLA management. Professional services organizations are essentially knowledge organizations, and knowledge repositories and collaboration is central to such organizations, which is what Whizible does with its native functionality. So in other words, for the entire execution lifecycle, Whizible has the ability to map these right within its tool set, or if needed, can integrate with existing tool set to make sure that these are integrated. In other words, the financial governance for HRMS, finances, CRM, and programs and projects is managed within Whizible to ensure effort to cash cycle, but the delivery excellence, including the collaboration, project management, incident management, help desk, and related functionalities are also integrated within Whizible, which allows Whizible to be a single version of truth for service organizations. We would love to understand if this resonates with your pain points and would love to get into a discussion. Reach out to us on these contact details or on our website, and we'll be happy to have a conversation. Thank you for your attention.